Welcome to Business Class, a podcast for people wanting to upgrade their thinking, upgrade their learning, and upgrade their life. I'm your host, Eugenia Panderhos, founder of Business Class Collective, best-selling author and life coach. If you're an entrepreneur, a startup, or someone who dreams of reaching their full potential, then you're in the right place. You'll feel empowered and inspired to design the life you've always wanted. Let's do this. Hello gorgeous people, and welcome back to the show. It's Eugenia here, and I love having you with me, and I absolutely love receiving your feedback. Thank you so much. It really means the world to me. As you know, I've started this podcast a little while ago, and it felt vulnerable, very vulnerable to be quite honest. So to actually have your feedback and having people wanting to join me on my show, by the way, has been wonderful. So I look forward to bringing you guests onto this podcast and for them to share their knowledge too. So this week we are going to be discussing becoming magnetic. So let's get started. How we feel matters, and each day we get to choose how we show up. And depending on how we do show up, we can become the absolutely and amazingly magnetic version of ourselves. Remember that any time you feel overwhelmed and filled with anxiety and discomfort, it's a reminder that a breakthrough is just around the corner. When a chapter ends in your life, things become confusing. So, what do? Feel your feelings and face your emotions. Let it pass, and remember that healing isn't linear. Sometimes it's a few steps forward, a few steps back, and sometimes it feels like you're really all over the place and, you're kind of like floating around, not really knowing when you're going to land. But even though you're not 100% healed, be reminded that you deserve to love and to enjoy all the niceties of life. So the lesson here is that magnetic people do not dwell on their pain, and they most definitely do not take their pain publicly. Instead, they flex and tweak their personality to bring out the best version of themselves. It's believed that charisma is around 50% innate and 50% learned. And that's the good news. It means we can all tweak our charm and magnetism by extending our existing qualities such as presence, power and warmth, and positive body language, and great listening skills into our everyday. We can learn and practice and apply as we go along. What makes someone magnetic? Well, we know magnetism is an irresistible force, but one that is even more alluring when you sink into being magnetic. It can't be forced, it can't be achieved as a separate goal. It is something that is experienced and felt, never forced, never faked. We've all found ourselves, one way or another, absolutely enthralled, entertained, and sometimes bewitched by those alluring types. You know the ones. They don't have to be the best looking person in the room, though that doesn't hurt. But what they have is beyond looks. It's a certain presence, infused with a sense of purpose and intention. They laugh unapologetically, they joke and storytell as they hold court with their audience, who are, by the way, hanging on to each word they say. Self-confidence is one of the key traits to attract others to you. Confidence can't dampen your enthusiasm to succeed in life. Self-belief is a quality that people are attracted to, and your energy, vitality, exuberance, and enthusiasm can be electrifying and captivating, as can an attitude of being ready to help. How you treat others says volumes about you, and having a magnetic personality means that you are ready to step in to offer assistance to those in need. So what is a magnetic person? Well, a magnetic person is self-assured, confident, and familiar with their vulnerabilities. A magnetic person is passionate about life, about family, and about the world. And by having a passion, that makes them interesting, attractive, and alluring. Their life is art in motion, and they paint in sweeping broad strokes just as easily as they do the finer details. A magnetic person owns their masculine and feminine powers, and they are not afraid to use this superpower. The masculine is more assertive and dominant, whereas the feminine is more intuitive and caring. A magnetic person, regardless of gender, understands the dynamic of both of these powers. A magnetic person is open-minded, honest, and authentic. They know not to judge, as they understand everyone has their own journey and truth. Now that we know what a magnetic person is, let's look at how we can become more magnetic. So firstly, focus on your mindset and motivation, and remember that a confused mind is temporary. Leave self-doubt behind and dig deep to find your high-spirited self and focus on the journey ahead. Don't allow negativity to linger. The minute it feels comfortable, it will settle in. So set firm boundaries and allow it to pass through, releasing its power from the present moment. When you love you and you choose you, beautiful things can happen. Your energy shifts and your spirit levels up. Each day is a new opportunity to bring you closer to your truth and to bear witness to the beautiful unfolding of your life. So cherish your own love, your own presence, and your own space. And just like that, you'll realize that you're braver than you think. When you're feeling blessed and you feel grateful for the life you get to live and for the amazing people in your life, the opportunities and experiences, the passion and the sense of purpose, you become a magnet for lightness and possibilities. You don't need permission to change your life, to change the direction or regain your power. So become your own muse and journal on this woman or this person and how it is that she moves through life. Start aligning your actions with her and ask, what would this most fabulous version of you do in every situation? When you know that you're rare, you move differently. You love differently. Your life is art. You express art by the way you love, your smile, and your personality, by your dreams and your realities. Your art is evident in how you decorate your home, adorn your garden, the way you feel, and the way you leave others feeling. Your life is art, and it is through this art that you become interesting, alluring, captivating, and magnetic. So, what do magnetic people have that draws us to them? Well, for starters, they're interesting people. They're the ones who confidently and yet quietly hold our attention and pique our interest. It is their self-belief, enthusiasm, or what is referred to as the X factor, charisma, or charm that attracts us to them. They appreciate and have the ability to admire and treasure others. They express gratitude and are thankful for the day, their life, their family, and their experiences. They understand that how they treat someone is a reflection of themselves. Their personalities and appearance are magnetic. They are sophisticated and great communicators. They are persuasive and alluring and not easy to forget, for they will always make you feel seen and heard, and more often than not, make the effort to be truly engaged and leave you feeling like you're the only person in the room. They possess what the French call a certain je ne sais quoi. It's a quality that's not easy to describe, but one that we all know when we've experienced. So this quality is like a superpower or a magical stardust that helps you to attract people and to influence them. And it influences others' perception of you. Naturally, charismatic people are seen as more persuasive, confident, and as leaders that exude inspiration. And although it can be developed, it can't be faked. So, how can you become alluring, magnetic, and irresistible? That's the question we want to answer. So if you'd like to get a pen and paper, you can start writing down some notes. Firstly, trust yourself. Be aligned with your true nature and be relaxed. People are naturally drawn to those who are confident and demonstrate self-love. They know how to carry themselves, they know how to show up, and they have a sense of style and fashion. Next, express your happiness, as this increases confidence and charisma will naturally follow. Your facial expressions communicate your interest, engagement, and your happiness. So smile and nod attentively and maintain a calm expression to show that you're feeling positive and are engaged and interested. Be the reason that someone else feels heard, seen, and the reason they smile. Next, be witty. I'm sure you've instantly seen someone totally impressed by your wit and quick thinking. It's a superpower when it happens naturally, so become comfortable in becoming witty. Carry yourself confidently by standing tall, smiling, using positive and open body language, and being expressive with your hands. Magnetic people are great storytellers who use animation, metaphors, anecdotes, and analogies to engage and rouse their audience. They have a great sense of humour. Be interested, empathetic, and create rapport with others, and refrain from listing or boasting about your achievements. Instead, share what interests you, what you aspire to, what causes you're passionate about. Communicate with passion, energy, and positivity, and be the person who can inspire confidence in others. Lastly, be courageous. We all have courage, but the question is whether or not we harness it at the crucial time. Have courage in the face of your struggles. Speak up against injustice. Although we know this can be easier said than done. But once again, it is a muscle that can be flexed. Come out from behind your fears and start living with courage and justice. I hope you've enjoyed this podcast. It's a quickie, but that's okay too. As an extra bonus, I've included a mantra that I live by to help me stand in my truth and build my confidence, and I'd love to share it with you. Here goes. Each day I get to feel love, be love, choose my thoughts, shape my reality, design my future, change my mindset, connect, sit in silence, dream, and be. Until next time. You've been listening to Business Class presented by Eugenia Panterhos, founder of Business Class Collective. If you haven't yet, go to Apple Podcast, subscribe, rate and review this podcast. Share the love and let your family and friends know too. You can follow Business Class Collective on Instagram and Facebook. Join me next time.